Being responsible for your change yourself and your environment. Change yourself but not your environment, growth will be slow and difficult. If you change your environment but not yourself, growth will be slow and less difficult. And change your environment and yourself, growth will be faster and more successful.
So I think there's an important thing that we need to add here as we're talking about environment.
Mm-hmm.
We can't change the reality of the environment we're in, but we can change how we perceive it.
Did you have that?
You know, there's a lot of people who grew up in an impoverished, but they felt that they were loved and they felt rich and they felt challenged, and it was a wonderful environment from which they could grow. So it is, I look at it, the framing, the mental aspect of it is very important for humans. If you compare it to a farmer, the soil is the soil,
Yeah.
the nutrients in the soil are in the nutrients.
Yeah.
If you got the right amount of nutrients and water and light, the seeds will grow and be a bountiful harvest, right? The difference is with humans, it's how we perceive it. We can have very fertile soil and we can be focused on what it doesn't have, and we can think that we're lacking and we can have no growth.
Yeah.
Or we can have something that is, you know, you see the weed that's growing out of the sidewalk, and somehow it found the little crack and it found enough moisture and so it could grow. And so I'm just pointing out that for human beings, the perception aspect of it is very critical, because even if we had a childhood that we thought was negative when we were going through it, we can reframe it and think about it differently, and that becomes our reality that we're now building off of today. And that's a very important element to me about the environment.
Yes.
Because the environment, it's how we perceive it, not necessarily what really existed.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to switch your position too, because if you feel like this is not a right environment, you have to make a change.
Oh yeah, you can make choices, I agree with you, but I'm just,
Because you
really
cannot
just
change them,
attitude.
but you can change your position and your situation and your location, whatever you need.
if you're ever around negative people who can find fault with everything,
And there are those people.
Yeah,
I mean, those are the kind of people we need to get out of our environment, because they're polluting our pond.
Yes. Like he
Use a
said,
different word, but-
change the
It's hard
people
when
you
they-
spend time with.
It's hard when they are your relatives.
Oh yeah, change the people you spend time with. If they are not right, just get out of there. And same thing, yeah, do you have someone in your circle or friends who will hold you accountable for your growth? You just hang out with them, because they will ask you how you're doing, how's everything going. So then, the people who love you unconditionally, they desire your success, they want to be mature, ask you agreed upon questions, and help you when you need help. These are the people you need around you. All right? And challenge yourself in new environment, make your goals public. And set a deadline for your goals. Why it's important? Because when you make it public, people will look at you, hey, what happened? And then you feel, oh, I have to. So you feel more obligated because now you announced it. That gives you a more challenging situation. So better you make it public. And set a deadline for your goals, obviously, which is like in goals, a smart thing, specific, measurable, attainable, and realistic and time-based goals should be. What is their strength? What are they learning now? What do I need right now? Who have they met? What have they read? Or what they have done that has helped them, and what have I not asked that I should have asked. So for example, you have to find those people. I ask people all the time, what kind of books you read? What do you do? Give me some idea how you do your business. Be curious, and you will find good people around you. There are so many things which I don't know, but you do. And that's why we hang out here, so at least we can learn from each other. Then focus on the moment. There is nothing about your past that determines your future. So somebody's comment doesn't have to be the reality of your life. Like Les Brown said all the time.
Right.
That somebody's statement about you should not be your reality. You have to decide yourself who you are. Right now is the most important moment you have in your life, because yesterday is a void check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. Today is present. This is the moment. If you are not going to do now, odds are you're not going to go forever. So move forward despite criticism. Growth always comes from taking action. And action will always bring some criticism. There is always someone to tell you that you are wrong, which is okay. To reach your potential, you must do what others, even yourself, believe you cannot do. When you take the charge of your life, you can cease gaining permission from others to grow. If you take your own charge, you don't have to ask someone what I'm going to do. You are in charge of your own life. Leaders will always take responsibility for the growth of their organizations. Discuss the need of leaders to create a culture in their organization. And these next few questions are a test for you, really. And with the honesty, just you answer true or false. All right, yourself. Go ahead, I will read and just put true or false. Others are ahead of some. Each person is individually challenged. Is it true? The focus is always forward. The atmosphere is affirming. And creating a place designed to keep people out of their comfort zone. Helping everyone stay excited. Remembering that failure is not their enemy. Keep others growing. A place where change is desired and growth is modeled and expected. So you see, do you have any false here or any?
The only one I put a question mark by is keep others growing.
Yeah.
Because that's their responsibility. I want to be an inspiration to people. I want other people to look at what I've accomplished and to feel that if they follow in a path or the insights or the whatever, that they can grow. But I don't get upset when people are slackers and they just want to waste their life.
Yeah.
That's not on me. And so when I hear keep others growing, that sounds like I have a responsibility for their choices. And I don't want that responsibility.
But let me, because this is the question was asked as a leader to you. And I cannot be a good leader if I'm not watching my other people are growing or not. Because this is also a responsibility as a leader on me to add the value in their life.
But my tribe are people who choose to take personal responsibility.
Yeah, of course.
And the people who fall out of my tribe, I could give a shit about.
But I have to inspire at least, like you said, I have to inspire them to bring them at that level so they will start thinking. So
Understand.
if you have more than 4 falls or 5, if you have, then it's a serious note where you have to start working really seriously. But if it's 1 or 2, like you just said, it's okay, you are on your path, just you have to correct a couple things here and there and Make up your mind.